Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to the video. This time is of the Marvel Legends The Leader, aka Samuel Stearns, aka The Leader, whatever one you want to call it. Point is, here he is. First and foremost, shout out to Chad Kensler, who sent over him and Marvel. He was a blessing to send those over, and I do appreciate that. Thank you very much, for real. Now, let's get started on the review. If you know some of the Hulk's villains, you know that the Hulk's villains usually go against what the Hulk is, with the exception of the few brute strength ones. But Hulk definitely does go against his fair share of super cool, smart guys. Because Hulk is Hulk, and leader is leader. That's what the Hulk would say. Anyway, let's jump into it. If you haven't gotten this already, or if you haven't seen Unparalleled Universes, or MCU Collector 24, or Hero Collections reviews, I am late to the game, so that's fine. But you're just going to get my rendition of what you already have. Leader is actually pretty dope. He's a pretty simple figure. If you've gotten the Fantastic Four new one, which has the Mr. Fantastic body, you'll know that he shares the same body as him. They share the same body. So basically all you're doing is swapping around the body, colors, and you have this new cool harness. How to get this harness off is very easily, because you could do this. You can actually pop his arms out very easily, pop the head off, right? And then you can actually lift this up and over. So in case you want to see what it's like under, I'm just going to rip this up. And we actually have a pretty cool and simple body. It's straightforward, like you know what you're getting, right? So let me just put this back on, which is actually, it's harder to put back on than it is taking off. So I probably should have waited that out. But, oh well, I got it on here. I got it on, well, the first try. A couple of times early on, it took me a while to get this on when I was playing that at the table. So I'm going to pop these arms back in. Pop that head back on. And the only reason why I usually take off the head is because the leader's head is so big that when I take it off, I usually end up doing that, messing up the head. But anyway, let's jump into the other parts of the figure, which is stuff like articulation. So our head can go all the way back and it can go all the way forward. Let me move this strand of hair. You can actually tilt it side to side very little bit, not a lot. You can always go all the way around like a standard Marvel Legend. Just like Mr. Fantastic body, you can actually rotate the arm all the way around. You can actually lift the arm all the way up. You have bicep swivel, and our arms are double jointed like most standard male Marvel Legends figures. You have your standard Marvel Legends peg articulation. And when you rotate this down, you're good. Now, Samuel Stern usually works alone, but recently he's worked with teams like the Thunderbolts, the Intelligentsia. He's even worked against the Fantastic Four and in the Frightful Four. So you have those kind of things that you can run with. Our leg goes all the way up. Articulation goes all the way. Oh, this is actually much better. That's actually really good. And you have your standard Marvel Legends ankle pivot articulation, which, like I said before, might just be the standard that most people want in their figures. Now, because of those rocker joints, he's actually really tight. Pretty good. Leader's actually pretty good as a simple figure. He doesn't come with anything else, though. So even like one of those cool things like the Armanzola control or any of those things like super weapons, you don't get any of that. But what I can recommend is if you have any of the new Scarlet Witch, I did not mean to say Scarlet Witch, totally messed that up. If you have any of the new Black Widows, her weapons do fit into his right hand, and left hand is just an open palm. It can hold items. So, but here, I'm gonna just put this right in here for you so you can show you guys what's going on with the Black Widow weapon. And you may have to cut the extension on the index finger just a little bit, but for the most part with it, it'll allow you to hold weapons for Samuel Stern. It looks pretty good with it too. I may need to get another Black Widow now. Damn, I didn't think this one through. So, it looks pretty good. Holds up like a standard Marvel Legend. And when you put him next to Hulk, I think it really works itself out. These two look absolutely fantastic together in terms of size comparison, where it shows you Stern's abilities kind of counteract the fact that he can't beat the Hulk physically. So he makes up for it in other ways. And when you want to compare to the old Build-A-Figure Abomination, who these two have worked together a few times, you actually get a really nice combination, right? Actually, I got to tilt my phone over a little bit, so that's my fault, y'all. He looks pretty good in between them. Now, if you want to compare him to some other stuff that I've got going on with some other Marvel Legends, here we have the Marvel Legends Green She-Hulk before she became Hulk and changed her physique. So here we are with this. Let's see if I can get her to stand up. It's been a while since I've taken her out of the bin, so sorry if she constantly falls, you guys. Then we have an actual Sue Richards. Boom, 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 right? Then we have our Marvel Legends Mr. Fantastic itself. In case you want to do a versus the Fantastic Four with the Frightful Four, you can see how the head kind of really makes a difference for this guy. Really does. Next up, when we compare to other lines, you have stuff like the SH Figure Arts Kamen Rider Kuga, which proves to be smaller than Stern, but again, kind of fits depending on what you want to do, especially if you're going to do like an action shot or perspective. Here we are with a Mezco, and we have Mezco Me. It's pretty cool. It's on a Gomez body, so as you can tell, it's actually pretty different. Here we are with a 1000 toy synthetic human. And then next up, we're going to do some Mythic Legions. So here we have my Barbarian, which is obviously bigger. Mythic Legions are probably one of the fewer things that are bigger than the Hasbro stuff and kind of fit well both 6 and 7 inch. And in case you want some green ogres for him to telepathically control, here we are. They look pretty good. Overall, I've really enjoyed the leader. Pretty simple figure, and it's straightforward and to the point. You get a modern rendition of him. The most recent time he's actually popped up in Immortal Hulk, being the reveal for the latest issue before this all went down with the quarantine. So I'm really hoping we get to see more of him soon. As always, guys, I really hope you enjoy this really short and sweet review. Hope you guys tune in, subscribe, like, and comment. And as always, please be good, do good, drink your water, guys. Later.